All right. Welcome into this kind of whatever afternoon live stream. Kind of a unique deal here. Turn my phone down there. There we go. Yeah, well, welcome to the live stream. Welcome back to Junkman's Adventures. I got fellow YouTuber here and longtime friend, Skull52 EX. Is that your channel name? I forget.
Skull Crush, or yeah,
Or, yeah,
on,
Skull
on YouTube.
on YouTube, and then you're also on Twitch, right? So, you mostly do on Twitch, I guess, and that's the thing. Setting this up as a kind of a, we just do this for fun. But I see we got a few viewers out there, so say hello in the chat. We can follow the chat here and answer your questions. Leave a super chat. It's where you hit the little dollar sign, and you can pay a little money, as little as $1. Highlight your comment. When I ask your question, we're going to play a little bit of trivia and things, and then we're going to play, as you can see here, we're going to play some Atari games. We're playing on real hardware. You can't see the Atari's out of frame here, but got a few. I have about 300 cartridges. I picked out some of my favorites that we're going to play a little bit later, and got my black cat. And actually, her birthday is tomorrow on Halloween, and that's no joke. So, here we go. Here's a, and I probably mentioned it in some of my videos, possibly, but if you're watching, and even if you're watching this archived, by the end of the stream, I'll give the answer. But guess her name. Guess the name of this black cat. Like I said, I'll name it at the end of the stream. So if you're watching this later, you can try and guess. But yeah, well, anyway, well, I guess tell you what, what brings you out here? Because normally when we live stream together, we're in two different geographic places, and we're doing it online, and we're playing a farming sim game. So this is a lot different, especially for you. Yeah. And I only do this about once or twice a year, where I get out my retro games and actually play them on stream. But yeah, so what brings you out here?
Well, I'm just kind of on vacation, and we thought about doing this on Halloween. And
yeah, I mean, well, you were going to take vacation anyway, and
Yep.
then we were kind of like, well, what time, a year and all that, and you're kind of into Halloween. I mean, that's kind of like your holiday,
Yeah.
I guess. So, but yeah, so I got the idea. It's like, well, we'll do a live stream. We're going to do one tomorrow night too, actually on Halloween. This is a little preview. So if you're out there watching, join in, and we'll get going here. But I thought we'd start off first a little bit here with a little bit of trivia. It's a trivia game somebody gave me. Few years back, I think like 2016 or something. So the questions are probably a little older, but I've not ever read through. We read a couple of cards just to get the idea of what kind of things in there, and it's stuff we might know.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of take some turns here. And if you're watching live, we're on about a 10-second delay, so we'll give a little bit of time to, if you want to kind of chime in the chat and give an answer, we'll give just a little bit of time. Wait for you. If you're watching right now, live, say hello and let us know that you're in the chat, and we'll start. I'll do a few, then I'll hand it to you, and then we'll see how this sort of goes for a little bit. And if we want to, we can use these as a segue here. Okay, so I'll start with one here. Oh, okay. All right, this isn't it. Some of these were multiple choice. Well, this one isn't a multiple choice. So let's hopefully. Okay, question. Primal Rage for the Super Nintendo falls into which gaming genre? Primal Rage. Actually, and seeing the answer, it's like, okay, this isn't too difficult if you think about it. And we'll give some time for the viewers that we have out there, but think about it. What gaming genre is Primal Rage for the Super Nintendo? I think I've only played that one a couple times. Um,
I think I might have only played that in the arcade.
and not to be confused with Rampage, which we played last
Last
night over at a barcade. So, but I think honest. Well, yeah, it would be slightly different genre here, according to that. Anybody out there in YouTube or Twitch land have a guess? We'll give a few seconds here, but give them some time. But what do you think? What genre here? So think about, you got RPGs, you got racing,
Well, I was thinking of like a fighting, like a Mortal Kombat type game.
All right. Survey says it is right. Fighting is what the genre. Which good. Well, we're off to a good start, folks. Because I was wondering how this might go, and actually I'm wondering. Let's see. Is there an order? I wondered. To some of these, or do they just kind of randomly go? Okay, they're just random that way. So some of them are multiple choice, some of them are like that. Okay, so we'll just, and I'm not going to look at them. So okay, all right. Question. Oh, gee. Oh, well. Huh. Yeah, you might not know this one. I only know this because I watched some YouTubers run this. But question: who designed the top selling PC game, The Sims? The designer, and I only know it because I follow a channel called LGR, Lazy Game Reviews. Otherwise, I wouldn't know this one. We'll do kind of a bonus if you totally even don't even know the name. Let's give the viewers just a little bit of time to chime in here, but think about it. The PC game, The Sims, and then I'll ask maybe you might know the developer possibly. But we'll give the viewers out there a little bit of time. Right. Let's give just a few more seconds because sometimes the chat's a little slow. All right, nobody in the chat wants to chime in, so you have a guess?
No.
Okay. Before I give you the actual answer, you have a guess on the developer, the studio or the developer?
No.
I mean, same as Sims. It's the same as SimCity and those games. Maker. Okay. Well, yeah, this one you kind of have to know. Will Wright Maxis was the studio, and again, I only know that because I watch some retro gaming YouTubers. So, all right. Okay. Geez, I thought we get to some multiple choice ones, but I know there is some in there. But question. You would know this one. Without the answer here, I don't know if I would know this one. In what year was the Sony PlayStation 2 released? And you are the reason I've ever played a PlayStation 2. So, what year? And you at home, playing at home, chime in the chat. I'll give you some time to get your answers in. I mean, think about it. I know you didn't get it at release, but shortly thereafter, though.
Yeah.
Like probably a couple years, but not very long. I mean, probably after the first price drop. Anybody in the chat? We're going once, twice, thrice. All right. What year do you think?
I'm gonna go 2000.
Survey says 2000.
That
Yep.
was a guess.
Well,
Because
I remember it was 2002. At least that's what I remember when you first got yours. And correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, it's your story. It was your money, but I believe partially about it because you had the PS1 and other systems prior, obviously, because you moved along from gaming from what we're watching here.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
I started with this.
Well, yeah. But anyway, I do know one of the main selling factors for you, or at least, well, I'm going to guess it was because it was also a DVD player, right? Because if I remember, DVD players were kind of expensive, and if I recall, that was one of the one in. Well, I know it was a selling feature.
I think what actually happened was I had a DVD player. I had it for because I bought it right after college, and I think it must have lasted like the 2 years, and so I needed to replace it because it broke.
But that was one of your reasons for buying it. Okay, well,
that, and
okay, so I was half
then,
right.
And then there was probably usually there's a game incentive on I want to get that game, and I can't get it on like the PS1.
Right, and were you still playing your? Because did you have a GameCube at the time? Or
I did have a game.
you did have a game because I know you had the N64, but I didn't know if you skipped. I didn't know if you skipped.
I think
that in the Nintendo world.
Yes, I did have a GameCube, but we didn't play it all that often. I think we only bought that one for like just a couple of games.
Okay. See, that seems odd to me, but I guess not really. But
no, because
I guess I
would think so because it's like maybe I only played like 2 or 3 games on it. But you also think about like, well, how many hours would I have played that game? Because I probably played them a heck of a lot of hours.
Well, and see, other than you, most people, it seemed to me, most people I knew in my circle, my little bubble, excluding you, skipped the GameCube. Went N64 to then, you know, like the PlayStation. I mean, just we're a convert. You know, it was just so amazing. I guess.
No, I remember having it. I just don't remember.
I just remember a lot of people played the 64 until the Xbox came out, and then you have the 2 choices. Whatever. They either bought a PS2 or then when the very first Xbox come out around those time. That's when they finally upgraded. If they were primarily Nintendo people. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. First multiple choice question, and you at home, pay attention, so you can choose, and you can just comment the letter choice here, multiple choice. So, Mario Kart 64 was the first of the series to be rendered in 3D. In the multiplayer battle mode, a player is eliminated when, A, their last balloon pops. B, they get hit by a Koopa shell. C, when they run out of coins. D, when they hit a barrier. Like, I know this one, and yeah. I'm not. But anyway. So, Mario Kart 64 was the first of this series to be rendered in 3D. The multiplayer battle mode, a player is eliminated when A, their last balloon pops. B, they get hit by a Koopa shell. C, when they run out of coins. D, when they hit a barrier.
No, this one we used to do our drinking party games.
Right. Well, we used to do the the original, the Super Nintendo one. But yes, the 64 was easier because you didn't have to have it had the 4 controller ports built in. You didn't have to use the tap. So.
And we could play. This one was one where we could play with 4 people at the same time. So we get it. We get like I don't know, like 8 to 10 people show up to play, and we just take turns. Like 4 of us would just jump on and take turns, right. And the others were all drinking off in the background somewhere.
All right, people playing at home. I see we have a few in there. Don't forget the super chat. But answer now: A, B, C, or D? A. They are eliminate. A Mario Kart 64 player is eliminated when A, their last balloon pops. B, they get hit by a Koopa shell. C, when they run out of coins. And D, when they hit a barrier. 3, 2, 1. What's the answer?
A.
A, of course. I mean, but yes, a classic party game, classic drinking game, because your skills definitely probably get worse.
Yeah, I would assume so.
All right. Okay, here we go. Wow, this one's kind of long, but it's not multiple choice. Okay, next question. We'll see. Ron Gilbert and Tim Schafer created The Secret of Monkey Island in 1990. The first in a series of point-and-click adventure games set in a fictional version of this Caribbean during the age of piracy. But what is the name of the mighty pirate protagonist of this game? Now, I wouldn't know this. I don't think you'd know this. Anybody at home, you want to use Google and cheat? this, okay, it's a point-and-click adventure game. I've actually heard of it. The Secret of Monkey Island. Never played it.
I've never heard of it.
I have heard of it, but I'll read it again for those playing that want to play at home. Ron Gilbert and Tim Schafer created The Secret of Monkey Island in 1990, the first in a series of point-and-click adventure games set in a fictional version of the Caribbean during the age of piracy. What is the name of the mighty pirate protagonist of the game? Okay, if you're watching live, Google it. I don't care. Cheat. Comment below. We don't know. I mean, I know because I'm looking at the card, but I wouldn't know this. I've only heard of the game, never played it. But it's a point and click. I guess I was getting back to that. Is there any point and clicks from back in the day that you ever got into or ever played, even if you never got into them? This is to give time for the folks at home because we're on a delay.
There was one that was in college. My roommate had PC game, and he was trying to get me into them.
Do you remember what PC game is called?
No,
it wouldn't happen to be the Sierra games like King's Quest or something like that.
No, it was like you were like it was a claymation game. It was like you were a yellow duck or something. You pointed and clicked to walk around you basically walked from one screen to the next, and you had to use the mouse to click on where you were going. And
okay, yeah, well, that's point and click. All right, if anybody, and I guess nobody wanted to cheat and Google in the chat, the answer is Guybrush Threepwood. Yeah, never heard of it. All right, yeah, we're pretty old gamers, I guess you'd say, so some of these are not in our... Okay, next question. Oh, geez. Everybody better get this. What is the name of Sonic the Hedgehog's sidekick? All right. Give some folks some time in the chat, but okay. I think if you're watching the archive, you're going to be like, I know what it is. But we'll give a few seconds here. We'll do a couple more. I'll hand it over to you. I'll try and answer a few. Seems like you're getting, other than that one that I wouldn't have known, you're getting some of the easy ones. What's the name of Sonic the Hedgehog's sidekick? 1, 3, 2, 1.
Tails.
Yeah, Tails, of course. Okay, I'll do one more to you, and then we'll switch it around to me here. Okay. Okay. Here's another one. The long-running series Ultima falls into which gaming genre? And those playing at home, mention in the chat. I'm watching the chat.
It's been one that you know.
Yeah, it would have. I mean, I've never played the game because it's more of a modern game, like within.
I've never even heard of it.
Like the last 10 years. Okay. We're not going to have anybody in the chat. Looks like right now, even though I can see all 7 of you guys watching. The long running series Ultima falls in what gaming genre? Got a guess? Okay, RPG, role playing game.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never even heard of it.
well, it's like, okay, you'd know what Crisis is, and you probably
I've
never
heard of that.
Yeah.
I just haven't ever seen the game
Okay,
played.
well, I'm gonna pass the deck to you, and now let's see if I can embarrass myself. I don't claim to be any expert, but hang on just a minute. I'm gonna check settings on the chat here. We look real good. Yeah, we're running real good now. Okay, great. And you guys out there in YouTube and Twitch land, let me know if it's looking like garbage. So, okay, ready.
Which PlayStation 2 game released in 2003 was banned by several countries and implicated by the media in a murder due to graphic violence?
Okay, I mean, I think I know this, or I probably should know this. Anybody out in the chat want to we'll give you some seconds to figure this one out. But I think I know. I guess is it one we played quite a bit? It isn't that.
No,
it isn't that.
I figured that's what you were thinking.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Well, I know.
And I know why you're thinking that too.
Well, that's kind of like the game that most people probably bought the PS2 for. Okay, so if it's not that one, let's see. Well, Pete in the chat in YouTube land says Grand Theft Auto. Hang on. I see. All right, I guess we'll see if Pete's right, because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I know that's what you were thinking.
But once you said, now I'm trying to think, and it's not Doom, because that was a PC game, and that has other notorieties. Yeah, Pete. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching. But yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. I guess, I didn't give you second guesses, so what's the answer?
Manhunt. And I've never heard of that one.
Wow, you had a lot of PS2 games, and I've never heard of that one.
No.
If anybody out in the
makes me want to go back and try it.
Well, yeah. Here, I'll put it in the file over here. Okay.
No,
okay.
Oh,
you know what? You know what? We're gonna do another stream tomorrow, but I forgot to get the chalkboard up for a scorecard. Well, I guess I got some right over there. I could go get it. I was gonna put a scoreboard up here for us.
I only had like 2 or 3.
Actually, you did pretty good, but they felt like easy ones to me. But anyway, okay, next one.
In Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, Solid Snake's final battle is against which enemy?
Oh shoot! I mean, know just enough about it, and I gotta think. Geez, I'm probably confusing. Dang. Oh, hey. John's in there.
Yep. Hey, so, John.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for watching.
You might know some of these answers, John.
Yeah, and we're giving some time for the folks out in YouTube land. Read the question again.
In Metal Gear Solid from the PlayStation, Solid Snake's final battle is against which enemy?
God, isn't it like Mecha something?
Yeah, it's the final boss, final enemy.
Yeah, and when you say it, I'm gonna be, oh yeah, because I know just enough about the Metal Gear series, mostly the NES games.
I didn't really play this. I've tried it because I wanted to try and get into it, but it never really took with me.
You guys out in YouTube land, you guys can cheat, I guess, and use Google, but God, it's like I'm gonna pull the I don't know, but it's like mecha something, or it's like a mech of some sort. So what's the answer?
It's Liquid Snake.
See, I knew immediately when you said it because, yeah, even though I had not played that game, I'm aware of it. I was aware of it.
What classic arcade game was the first to feature the Carpenter Jumpman,
Oh,
who would later change his career and be known as Mario?
I'll give a little bit of chance. Here, whoa. Whoop. Hopefully we aren't having technical difficulty. Oh, probably. Shoot.
Well, it was working. Right?
Yeah, it was too.
Because I was playing that. There you go.
There we go. Am I on the right track here?
Yeah.
Well, here's a good segue for a little bit of a gaming break. We'll go till but yeah, folks, you guys getting it? Oh, my nerd is showing. Well, that's sort of the idea here. Oops.
What's funny is it came across as a bunch of stars, and mine is showing.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
But anyway, okay. I am playing the answer to this question right now,
Yeah.
or a port of this answer, I guess. And I am going to get my ass handed to me. Oh no. Oops, wait. YouTube probably doesn't like that. Okay, let's mash that, and I gotta wait for the hammer to go away. Oh yeah, Katie wanted to make sure we brought our road trip snacks for when we go down. When we travel down memory lane.
Yep, it's Donkey Kong.
Yep, Donkey Kong, of course. Yep, thanks, Pete. I'm gonna play till I lose it. Well, actually, I'll play while you ask the next question. We can do that. Oops.
Okay, in the anamorphic, I think that's what the
Anthropomorphic.
virtual village simulator Animal Crossing. What is
shoot.
the fictional currently used to pay off your continuous debt to the town's property mogul Tom Nodak?
Oh shoot! Now see, that's like a mod.
Tom Nook.
Okay, and see, that's like a modern game. I mean, I've heard of Animal Crossing. Okay, reread the question. We'll see. Help me out in the chat. Help me out in the.
I don't even know what. Okay.
It's an anthropomorphic. So like in the movie Cars, the cars are anthropomorphic. That they're in normally not humanoid or animal. So anyway, that's not.
So we learned a little bit of something. Anyway, okay, so in Animal Crossing, what is the currency used to pay off your continuous debt to the town's property mogul Tom?
Oh, okay, so it's the currency. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They worded the question really weird.
Yeah. Okay. Because I don't know a lot of. I've never played Animal Crossing. I've heard of it and everything because it's like a phenomenon or something.
Yeah, I've heard of it too.
Would it be coconuts? John says coins. Probably not, but. Oh, come on! Okay. Oh,
Okay, well, so no, it's not coins, and no, it's not coconuts. It is bells.
Bells. Okay. Not an Animal Crossing. Sorry, I'm not that. Oops, there was two.
That was the first one.
Oh, okay.
You were playing
right. Okay.
I don't know if you'll get this one or not. I mean, it's a known game, but in Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, there are 6 playable classes: Barbarian, Witch Doctor, Demon Hunter, Wizard, Creator, and so what's the 6th class? We have
in Diablo 3, like I said, I've heard of the game.
Barbarian, Witch Doctor, Demon Hunter, Wizard, Crusader, and what?
Give time. Necromancer. Boy, I'm gonna go with. Okay, well, okay, I'm cheating. I'm looking at the chat, and he's like, I know this one. Well, okay, I'm gonna go with John.
It hasn't popped up.
Necromancer.
No, it says monk.
Monk. Okay, well, that would have been a guess to me. I've heard of Diablo 3, not familiar. Okay, hit the next one. Let's see. Plop something else in here. Here we go. You guys can watch that.
All right, in the highly rated skateboarding game, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I think it's a Tony Hawk 5 Pro Skater 2. Which famous Marvel comic book character can be unlocked as a secret skater?
So Marvel comic and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yep.
Gotta think who's a Marvel. I'm gonna choose Superman. We're gonna give a little bit of time for the chat to think about it. I'm gonna say Superman. Because, like, I figure, there's skating, you can do the half pipe, and then kind of fly and float and stuff would be, John says Spider-Man or Wolverine. Well, you got to choose one. Which one? Only one. It's my live stream.
So, well, I'm going to do this first while John decides. So, Superman is DC. Not
okay.
okay.
All right. Well, probably not Iron Man. So is he Marvel? Okay. Well,
and both of what John.
Well, John says. See, I thought Spider-Man was DC. So which technically I don't have it down.
Spider-Man is, I think, kind of a crossover. No, but anyway, Spider-Man's the answer, and he is.
Well, hold on.
He is in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
And
all right.
And Wolverine is obviously in the Marvel universe too.
Oops. Come on, there you go. Oh, real hardware, folks.
You should do that. I don't know if you can see that in the screen or not. You should.
Yeah.
This is how you had to do it back in the day.
I was gonna say that this is the reality of. Well, let's see. This is a 4 switch. This was this is a little bit late. This isn't a 1977 6 switcher, but still 40+ year old system. So here you go. Oh. Okay.
I would have thought it would have been older than that. I'd have guessed it was at least 10 years older than that.
Well, 77 is when the first Atari came in. Let's see if I can swing and get him.
Well, then it's close to 45, actually.
Well, yeah, but the 4 switch is this one is 1980, I think. When this, Come on, quit moving so I can save you, guys. There we go. Okay, so it's Spider-Man. We're playing Spider-Man on the Atari 2600. Jeez, I didn't even plan to have these tie-ins. Oh. Okay, he died.
Well, you can explain. Let's
Yeah,
see
I will.
what's next.
Yeah, John, you're old enough to know it was awesome. These young whippersnappers, I don't know. Pete, I don't know how old you are. If you're still watching,
Yeah.
no offense.
I don't know, John. Were you ever at my house when we dug the Atari out, or did you have an Atari? Did you guys have an Atari? Right? Cause we did. We only dug it out like a few times a year.
Here, I'll just see if I can get to the top. It's played this in ages. Oh, come on.
All right, I'm gonna ask the next question.
Ask the next one.
Santa Monica-based Naughty Dog released the first installment of their best-selling franchise Uncharted in 2007, but what game was their breakout hit?
Naughty Dog.
Uncharted, which I've heard of Uncharted.
So have I.
I haven't played it, but what game was their breakout hit? John said he played Atari at a friend's house and he played Pac-Man.
Okay, well, we're gonna play that one later. I have that here. If you didn't catch the beginning, oh, Pete had an Atari. Great, thank you. Well, good. Well, my demographics are accurate. Sorry, got off topic here. Naughty Dog. And what was the game they listed in there? I'm trying to think. Uncharted. I don't know. Anybody in the chat want to help?
Well, John's got a guess.
Okay. Crash Bandicoot? Oh!
No.
Well, okay, that is a Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Was that their first, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was the answer.
Okay. Well, I had thought of that, but I guess I thought that was newer. I guess that's the thing. That's probably 30 years old. That game's probably almost.
So you probably think it's newer because they did like a remaster.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
They redid it.
Nostalgia's a bitch, I guess, because it's like they're re-releasing all this stuff, and it's like, oh, that was that old.
Yeah.
I guess.
What is the point of this game?
Well, you get to the top, and then what's the and you gotta fight whatever the nemesis is, and then you just start over.
I guess
I don't know. He's like on a hoverboard type.
Oh,
thing.
that's got the Green Goblin.
Green Goblin. Yep, you're right. Yeah. Okay. But okay, next one up. And because you guys are familiar, there we
go. All right. Who was the characters introduced in? Who was the character introduced in the 1994 2.0 platform game Sonic Triple, Sonic and Tails 2? I don't get why it says 2.0.
I don't either. But it was
so we'll just cut that out. So in 1994, what character was introduced on the platform Sonic Triple, Sonic and Tails 2?
I think I know. I'll give the chat time, but I could be wrong, but this one seems easy. Unless I'm totally not thinking the right era.
I won't say anything because I don't want to.
All right, I'm gonna give. Yeah, I was gonna say I give you guys out in the YouTube land a little bit of time to think about it. I'll give about 5 more seconds here. Just let you in.
Which Pac-Man is this?
The the original Atari Pac-Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just was because I'm looking at the map. I'm like,
Yeah. Let's talk about that next, because if you're noticing it and you don't remember, we'll talk about that. Okay. The answer though to this is it Knuckles?
no.
Okay. Well.
Was there any other guesses?
Well, Amy Rose. Maybe that was a comment from before. I hate how the chat has to be delayed, but
so it says Knack the Weasel.
Never had a Sega. I forget who even had one that I played a few Sega games on. So like I don't know the Sonic series.
Yeah, I only played Sonic at one of my other cousins' house.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll play a little bit of this. You mentioned what Pac-Man is this? It's like, well, this is the Pac-Man port for Atari 2600. This is what everybody thought they thought they were getting Pac-Man at home.
Oh.
And it's like, yeah, kind of. Well, I loved it, but
I don't hate it. It's just the map was.
Yeah. Well, this is lampooned, and it's like, oh, this is partly what caused the video game crash and everything. The flicker of the ghosts and everything and stuff. See, like the hit detection. Of course, I'm not trying very hard. But yeah. Of course, there's game variations where I can do down to like one ghost, and then it's like super easy. But yeah, see, you gotta like pass all the way over the pill or the dots to make it go. And we got our we're gonna dig into ET a little bit later here. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see where we go here. But yeah, it's I guess when you didn't know any better, and this was it. It was either go to an arcade that was, I'm not playing with my good joystick. I mean, these are okay. Should get out the real Ataris. These are third-party ones.
Now, I do believe we had this, and I played this.
Yeah, it's again, I liked it at the time because it's like, well, it's Pac-Man. It's an official Pac-Man, I guess.
But part of my question was because we've played so much Pac-Man in the last 2 days.
Well, yeah, because I have
versions of it.
Well, oh, see, I wasn't paying attention there. But yeah, because I have those arcade one-up cabinets, and then of course we went to the arcade last night, or a barcade, and and I showed you the little trick I can do where you can hide from the ghosts.
Okay, John says Amy Rose was in Sega CD.
Okay, well, you know what? Derek had a Sega CD. Now that I think about it, and so. That's probably where I played something, but that question I didn't know what I all I can think of is there was Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, so I figure usually it's the most obvious thing. All right, well, next question. Oh, see, hit detection is just so awful.
What is the name of the gang member that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas revolves around?
Gang member. Okay, yeah.
So the character
okay,
the character you're playing.
Yeah. I know this one. I'll just answer. This is so easy. CJ. It's got to. I mean, has to be right.
Carl C.J. Johnson.
Well, yeah, Carl. Just like CJ.
I didn't know his name. I mean, I don't know the guy's name. I just knew what I was doing.
Just like CJ from San Andreas. Okay, next question.
Yeah, I'm trying to I think it says Daxter from the popular platformer franchise Jak and Daxter is what kind of animal?
Oh, I'm not.
And then this is a multiple choice. So
okay.
A is weasel, B is otter, C is squirrel, and D is it's what? Otzel?
Uh, let's see. I really don't know. I am going to say weasel.
And John on YouTube says weasel too.
Okay.
But no, it is D. Otzel, whatever Otzel is.
I don't know then. Okay. A few more, and then we'll go back to you.
You might get this one because this is like one of the modern games that you do know a little bit about. In the computer game The Sims, how many simulations odes each family start the game with? Simoleon odes?
Oh,
must be the coin.
the currency.
The currency.
Yeah, I'm not. I know more factoids. I've never played The Sims. I've played.
But you're more familiar with it than.
Well, yeah,
some of the
I know more of the technical stuff.
You know more about The Sims than I do, though.
I think it's 100,000, but
when I think Sims, I'm thinking of the games like back in the '90s when Sim City and Sim Farm and
Sim Ant, yeah.
Sim Ant.
Well, I'm gonna say 100,000, but I really don't know.
Do you know, John? Do you have a guess?
I think he's saying no idea.
No idea.
If the chat's caught up to us.
Okay.
How about you, Pete? If you're out there, do you know? I'm saying 100,000 as far as their currency. How much?
Yeah, it is. Just how about this? Just put a number down.
Yeah. Just type
down.
something in.
Yeah. So yeah, he got 100,000. We'll give you some time to put a number down.
Pete's not sure, so I guess just let's give us the answer.
What about
John? Okay.
Give John a...
No idea on Sims, he says, so he's not gonna even guess.
Okay, so the answer is 20,000.
20,000. Okay. All right. Now we can back to embarrassing you. No, actually, these I actually know a few. Okay, multiple choice here. Question: most puzzles in the original Tomb Raider series were solved by A. Platforming, B. Collecting items, C. Shooting hidden targets, D. Pulling levers. Yeah, I don't know if I would exactly have known this, but I would have got it based on the best guess. Not super familiar with all the Tomb Raider games, but again, I know what they are.
That's another game I wanted to get into. I tried it and I just never really.
Didn't you have it for the PS1? That's where it started.
Yep.
Here's the question again. Most puzzles in the original Tomb Raider series were solved by A. Platforming, B. Collecting items, C. Shooting hidden targets, D. Pulling levers. And again, I'm not sure I would, if I was on the other end, exactly know this, but based on what I know about Tomb Raider, I would have gotten it right. Let's see. Pete says B, collecting items. What say you? And your final
I'm just
answer?
taking a wild guess. I'm going to go levers.
Levers? Okay. It's actually A, platforming. It's a platforming game. Yeah. And that's the only reason I probably would have got it, is I just would have probably guessed. So, okay. Oh, okay. This one would be perfect for you to ask me, but I think you might know this one. John and Pete should know this one if they are truly Atari players, like they say they are. David Crane, Larry Kaplan, Alan Miller, and Bob Whitehead left Atari to form which company? We'll give a little bit of time for everybody here. I mean, oh my God, the youngsters wouldn't know this, but if you know a little bit of your gaming history, you should know. David Crane, Larry Kaplan, Alan Miller, and Bob Whitehead left Atari to form which company? And oops. Pete, you want to give a guess? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Got a guess?
Yeah, Activision.
Yeah, I kind of gave it away actually, and this is a game Bob Whitehead actually developed. David Crane, Pitfall, Larry Kaplan. Well, he actually went on to Magic, but let's see. I think he did like Oink and well, actually, he might have done Freeway. Does it even say on the cartridge? No, no. Okay, David Crane here. Let's see. Oh no, yeah, I was right. Chopper. Whoops, I wiggled the cartridge. Dang it. Yeah, this is Bob Whitehead. I think that's what I said. Yeah, and then of course I don't have all my and David Crane, but of course he's most known for Pitfall. So Chopper Command here, one of my favorites. Okay, so yeah, Activision, basically the first for Atari, first third-party game company. Okay, question. This is perfect for you. Okay. What color is the Ring of Death on an Xbox 360 that signifies a hardware failure? I mean, I would have known this one too, even though I didn't.
I have seen it before.
In the chat, I hope this one's easy. John says red. Pete probably yes. Same answer.
And
it's red.
I
mean that one's.
I have seen it before. I have.
See,
I'm on my second Xbox 360 because of it.
See, but going back a little bit, then I thought Siza taught you, or he told you how to fix those, or he would fix those.
He was one that he could fix them.
Oh, okay.
But no, he didn't. He told me the process one time when we were at the gas station, but
okay.
Yeah, I didn't mess with it.
Okay. All right. Question. Okay. What would this one we all should get? But what was the first commercially successful video game? Oh, geez, it's multiple choice. Should I even do the choices? I guess I will for the people out there. But A, Asteroids, B, Pac-Man, C, Pong, D, Super Mario Brothers. What was the first successful, commercially successful video game? In the chat, you want to just give you want to give it away? Give it some time here. So we got a little bit of chat delay, but you better get this one, I guess. No, Pete says Super Mario. And John says all of them. Well, okay.
Pac-Man.
Oh my God, you guys are... Pong! Oh. Come on! Alan Court and Nolan Bushnell.
Well, we both named the most popular video games ever.
But the first commercially successful. I mean, it's not the first video game by a long shot, technically. Actually, there's a very good video on YouTube all about that. But, I mean, oh my God. I mean, I have Pong. We'd have to get the paddle controllers out. But for not a console. But anyway. Oh my, I didn't think. Okay. All right, moving on. All right, we got now here's one I don't know much about, but in Super Smash Brothers, your opponents are defeated by A, increasing their damage percentage, B, unplugging their controller, C, knocking them out of bounds, D, emptying their health bar.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, unplugging their controller. I would only do that if I was drinking, and I really.
I swear this. I mean, look, there's, you know, I don't know much about Smash, but there's at least two in here that like sound plausible. But I mean, why throw that in there? I mean, you know.
Yeah, you're surely gonna win that way, but.
But anyway,
You're
in
gonna
Super
start
Smash Brothers,
another kind of war.
you know, you defeat your opponents by doing what? I mean, essentially increasing their damage percentage, unplugging the controller, knocking them out of bounds, emptying their health bar. And John says throwing them off the stage and getting their lives down. Okay, so that's kind of C, I guess you're saying, knocking them out of bounds. Because I guess knocking them off the stage is probably getting them out of bounds.
Yeah.
Pete, you gotta emptying their health bar. Well, see, that's probably something I would guess. But what's your?
And I was gonna say A. I was
Increasing
gonna let John,
their damage?
I was gonna let John have C. So.
Well, John is right. Knocking them out of bounds, or knocking them off the platform or stage or whatever. So, yep. Again, it's one of those I know Smash Brothers, but never played it because that was something. When did the actually? There's a trivia question. I don't know. I'd have to Google. You guys could tell me what was the first platform Smash Brothers was on out there. Was it a Wii or something like that? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's on 64, Nintendo 64. Is it? We really don't know. We'd have to Google it. Pete, you wanna chime in? Anybody else in the chat? Don't forget the super chat. If you like this, you can donate $1. Highlight your comment. We'll give you a shout out as well. It helps me keep this going here. More.
It probably was because we just weren't. Just because we weren't into the
Okay, John says 60 and 65. I'll take your word for it. I believe you. I thought it was
Smash Bros. In 1999.
I guess I thought it was kind of newer.
So that would have been.
I thought it was kind of a Wii thing because with all the motion.
Retroactively referred to as Super Smash Brothers 64 or Smash 64.
Okay, all right, learned something. I didn't know. I didn't know that. We mainly played, like Psych Bike. I remember, of course,
we played 007 a lot.
Well, of course.
We got to
of course, GoldenEye, but
we got to the point where we were like, we knew where all the hiding spots were, and it was very challenging playing us.
Well, that and Derek,
if you didn't know how to play us, it was very frustrating for you because there's a couple of us that really played way too much of that game.
And actually this has music, so that might be distracting. So we'll plop back in this one here. We'll play that game later. Okay, next question.
Is that Jamie from Mythbusters?
Not exactly. And I think we're all old enough to know. And that's why I put it in here. Okay, which 32-bit Sega system was a competitor to the Sony PlayStation and N64? Now, I would have known, without no one seeing the answer, I would have known this. 32-bit Sega system was a competitor to the Sony PlayStation and Nintendo 64. I'm betting John will get this one. Pete, I think you'll get this one too. It seems like you're about that age as well. So, Oh, John also says, no, Sega system. Sega. Jaguar's Atari. But John also said GoldenEye is awesome. It's coming out on Xbox and Switch soon. So
that would be that'd be awesome. I would.
We're getting off topic.
I guess I'm gonna have to buy an X now. I guess I'm gonna have to pony up to buy the X now then.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
just so I can play a retro game on it.
Well, it's probably updated, but yeah, I suppose it's gonna be exclusive. But anyway, okay. Question at hand: which 32-bit Sega system was a competitor to the Sony PlayStation and N64? So think about the timeline on that. Pete says the Genesis. Think a little bit newer. I'll just give a hint there.
Was newer Genesis.
Think of their system.
But yet, that's the problem is I didn't really know Sega.
I mean to me N64 and PlayStation are pretty by my standards. Look at this. Are pretty modern. So I'll give you guys a hint out there, because you're both wrong in the chat. Think about their end of days. What system would that been? What that have been? I'll throw you a bone. The end of days for Sega, or well, Sega as a console. And the console. Does anyone want to get a crack? Not quite that far, but John's getting really close there. The Dreamcast, not quite. I guess it isn't the end, but you got a guess?
No.
Sega Saturn.
Oh,
that was John's damn close because that was their last system, but this was.
Yeah,
getting there.
I didn't have Sega, and I didn't have.
Well, and see,
I have thought about going back and buying like the Genesis just because of Sonic, but I can get
eBay for a Genesis Classic, the little mini.
I don't necessarily need to do that because they brought Sonic over to Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I already got that on the 360.
Okay, all right. Now this one is straight right into all of ours. So I mean, we should get this one. In the original Super Mario Kart for the SNES, the hardest difficulty had to be unlocked by completing all 4 racing series. What was the difficulty called? A, 150cc. B, Special Cup. C, Rainbow Road. D, Mushroom Challenge. What was the hardest basically what was the hardest difficulty? How did you there's easy, medium, and hard. 150cc, Special Cup, Rainbow Road, Mushroom Challenge. Does anybody have a guess in the chat? John says 150cc. Pete, you got a guess? We played this a lot.
I'll let see if Pete has a guess first before I give mine.
I appreciate you guys watching. This makes it much more interactive. B, he says Special Cup.
I'm gonna go with C.
Rainbow Road?
Yeah.
Okay. No, John's right. The 150C. See, you have 50, 100, and then 150. Rainbow Road's a track. Special Cup's a track, and the Mushroom Challenge is like a special race or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Switch is going to have online multiplayer, but probably not multi-platform for that game, I'm guessing. I wonder.
Yeah, no.
You suppose there will be a PC convert? I mean, I don't think I'd get into that deal. I mean, I farm sim, but again, if we got Derek going, and we could kind of.
Well.
You know what I'm thinking?
Is because Microsoft is PC. Well, I mean, they're in.
I mean, would they come out? I mean, we'd have to be on. I'm not talking multi-platform as in they'll release it on there, not necessarily cross-play. You think they'll release it for PC? eventually. Exclusive it on Xbox and then Nintendo later, and then
Well,
and then
I think they do somehow, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. Cause like I can get Game Pass on the PC. It's still the Microsoft Xbox Game Pass, but it's PC. So
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I only know this one because I'm a nerd this way. We'll see if you guys can guess this, but I would have known this one out. How many dots are on a Pac-Man board? I'm guessing they're talking the arcade, not the one.
not the one you were just.
Like I said, I would have known this just because I nerd out to that kind of stuff. How many dots are on a Pac-Man board? Let's throw guys out in chat world, YouTube land, Twitch land.
I'm assuming we're just throwing a number out there.
Well, I mean, think about. I'll tell you what. It's basically an 8-bit game. Okay, so if you know anything about 8-bit programming, that will help. It's not the answer, but it will help. It'll tell you a number you should not go over. Let's just put it that way. Give a little bit of chance. John says 20,000. Well, no. I could just say that. On the arcade Pac-Man board, just the board, not to get into the kill screen or anything like that. Pete, you got a guess? All right, you got a guess.
I was gonna say 64. Originally, that's what I was gonna say. So
okay.
Stick with it.
It's the answer is 244. Oh. Now, a number you shouldn't because it's an 8-bit game. 256 you can't go over because that's when you get an integer overflow because that's the highest 8-bit number you can do. But anyway, 244. Okay. We'll flip flop here after this one. Oh geez. Well, maybe you guys out there would know this. I wouldn't know this at all. Which perfect? I mean, this is giving you a hint, but I still wouldn't get it. Which perfect palindromic date was the Elder Scrolls Skyrim released globally? It's giving you a hint that it's palindrome, but I still wouldn't probably have guessed it.
So the year, I guess.
Well, the date. Okay, so like you're
the date in the game, I guess.
Well, no, the date it was released. So like month, day, year.
Oh.
Anybody got a guess out there in YouTube land or Twitch land? I mean, you can Google it, I guess. But which perfect palindromic date was the Elder Scrolls Skyrim global? I know what it is. When was it globally released? Like I've heard of the game, never played it, but
I've heard of the game, and yeah, I've never played it either.
Going once, going twice. You want to guess? I mean, it's palindrome, so
I'm gonna say 777.
So like 7707.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's 11/11/2011 or 11. Yeah. I wouldn't have gotten it at all. I wouldn't probably have necessarily guessed that. Okay, yeah, throw one my way. Change games here and
Robin and Rand Miller released their top-selling game Myst in 1993 for Mac 05, but what genre was it closely linked to? A simulation, B RPG, C puzzle, or D racing?
It's either.
So basically, you just need to know Myst. What
genre?
What genre
was it? Yeah. And I'm familiar with the game. I'm trying to.
It looks like John says. John says puzzle.
Yeah. And Pete, you got a guess or want to guess? Just wait just a second, and I'll give you my. All right, going once, going twice, thrice. I'm gonna say it's a puzzle game.
Yeah, and you're both right.
Yeah. The thing is, when you said Mist and they was talking about who released date, I thought they were going to what parody game was based on Mist, which it's called Pissed. P-Y-S-T. Only because I remember seeing the game box at at CompUSA back in the day.
This main based on something that we talked about earlier. This may or may not be an easy question. So,
okay.
the Sega Dreamcast was first released in what year?
Oh, shit. Oh God. See, I even remember playing or messing with the Dreamcast, like demoing it at Service Merchandise before they went under. I don't think it was. Well, I'll let you guys kind of guess. I have a date or a year. It's a year. They're just asking for the year,
Yeah,
right?
they're asking
Okay.
for the year.
I'm thinking of the Saturn. Oh shoot. Uh, yeah. Anybody want to guess? Well, Pete says the 80. John says 93. I was gonna say 90. 95.
Okay, so all of you are wrong. It was 98. You were thinking a little too early on the Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah. That does make sense.
I guess thinking, yeah.
I was trying to. I knew it. I definitely knew it. Like it was pre-millennium, but I was trying to think how old I was because I remember it had that.
Based off our last conversation, it would have been about the time we were playing the 64 and stuff.
Yeah,
that's why
I don't know why I thought 95, but I was thinking I was like not driving yet, and then the thing I was maybe thinking of the Saturn because that might have been more the Saturn era. But anyway, wrong.
The character of Soul Calibur in fighting for what magical... The character of Soul Calibur are fighting for what magical object?
Ooh.
The wording of that question is just weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay.
The characters of Soul Calibur are fighting for what magical object? That sounds better.
Yeah. Well, I'm not familiar with the game, so I am going to say a crystal goblet or something. That's wrong. Anybody want to?
Yeah. The Pete and John have it.
Okay. Soul Calibur. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what object they're?
I will be right back.
What magical object they are fighting for in that game, John?
He seems like he's pretty uppity up.
Yeah, he plays a lot of games.
Okay. Well, I did not know this about him. I guess.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty awesome.
He's really.
Pete says the sword, or sword's edge. Okay. Well, give the answer because I have no idea.
You're close with the sword's edge. It's called Soul Edge, but maybe that's the name of a sword. I don't know.
Well, or autocorrect. We'll give it to you guys. All right. I'll give you a point. And you don't even have to pay me for it.
What Nintendo system was released after the N64 and before the Wii? What Nintendo system was released after the N64 and the Nintendo Wii? We were talking about this a little earlier, too.
I mean, I think I know. I'll let the chat catch up with this one, but yeah, I'm pretty darn sure. Let the chat just... I said I hate this delay. Give them time to chime in. John says the GBA, but that's a handheld.
Game Boy.
Game Boy Advance.
I think I had a Game Boy Advance.
Pete, want to chime in?
but I didn't. I had the Game Boy, original Game Boy, and I think I bought a Game Boy Advance, and it was kind of. I didn't get into it as much as I thought I was going to.
All right,
But I also didn't invest much money into all that either.
Well, I'm going to say the GameCube.
And yeah, it is the GameCube.
Yeah, we were chatting about that earlier.
What was the first home video console?
Very first?
Yes.
Okay. I know this. I'll let.
It doesn't surprise me. I've never. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think I've heard of this one.
I'll let the chat guess, but I know.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of this one. I don't remember watching at HEVN. I don't remember him ever talking about it either. But maybe
Yeah, they
he
might have
did.
not mentioned it that way, but
Maybe he did, and I just don't remember because there's a lot of episodes. But
right. I'll let chat kind of give a guess here before I say, before I blurt it out. Going once, going twice. Magnavox Odyssey.
yeah, it's the Odyssey.
Yeah.
It just had maybe that's that's probably why I didn't recognize it because they didn't put the Magnavox on there. They just put the Odyssey, and it's like
Okay.
okay.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, that might have been 1972. And this, what we're on, well, not this exact version. I have a version. It's 1977. So I mean, people like to think this was it, but no, there was lots of things actually before this.
When playing the original Halo, what multiplayer option was not available to players? And this is multiplayer. This is
Multiplayer with Halo.
Yeah,
game Halo.
but this is A, split screen, B, co-op campaign, C, Xbox Live, or D, local Ethernet.
It's either.
And
I guess
I reading the answers. I mean, I would have gotten this because.
Well, I don't know but I would either.
Just I guess think about what was around when the.
Well, I'm either thinking LAN or Xbox Live, and I don't know which one to choose. Pete says D, so that's the LAN, which is what I was thinking, the Ethernet. And John says Xbox Live, so we're both thinking the same here. I guess I got to choose one, but I would say probably Xbox Live because I know the original Halo came out well before that could even happen.
Yeah,
but then I also thought LAN because it's like, well, there was no Xbox Live, but people would have expected LAN being able to do because people did LAN parties, and well, why can't my Xbox, which is basically a computer, do LAN? But Xbox Live, yeah. So okay.
How many rows of aliens are there usually at the start of Space Invaders game?
Oh, I guess they're talking about the arcade.
This one, I would say everybody throw out a number. Everybody,
because I can't remember on the arcade the
Space Invaders.
Yeah,
I did not play that one last night, if I remember right.
Did they have it?
I don't think they did.
You know, that's a good one we should have over here for two-player mode. I'll come back real quick.
Well, didn't we grab it? I thought we did.
Did we grab Space Invaders? I think so.
No, I guess we didn't. I thought we did.
Yeah. Gotta look at the cat. Here it is. But the port is not the right answer.
Okay, so John says 3. Pete says 10. How many do you get?
I guess
you do this?
well, this isn't going to be right because this has the wrong. I'm going to say 8.
Okay, so the answer is 5.
Oh, 5. See, this is 6, but that's because of how many scan lines are on the TV and everything. So that's why this is not the same as the arcade. I mean, this is arcade port, but anyway.
No, and they didn't have.
But I would have thought it was
last night. They had Centipede and they had Asteroids.
No, they didn't have an original Asteroids. They had
something else because it was very similar to
dang it, because I didn't even play. I forgot to go play Centipede. No. You got water over there.
No.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if people watching saw the very beginning of the stream. My cat here. You guys can guess her name. At the end of the stream I will tell you, but you can guess her name. But okay, next question, I guess.
Dead or Alive falls into which gaming genre? Survival, horror, comedy, action adventure, or fighting?
Well, okay, based on those ones, I know what this is.
Dead or Alive? You know what?
Well, if I'm thinking of Dead or Alive beach volleyball. Is that what we're talking about?
It doesn't say beach volleyball.
Oh, okay. Well, then I am okay. Well, I'm going to put comedy out there. Pete, you want to say something? Anybody else want to chime in the chat?
John says fighter.
Because I guess
I'm trying to think. I don't.
That's the only one. That's the only Dead or Alive game I know or have ever played, because there was whatever they called boob physics or whatever in that one. To get the boobs to bounce, right? Okay, so it might be fighter, but I chose comedy, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Well, John is right. Fighter.
Okay. Well, I guess you know what. That's the thing. I guess you do that in that game.
Ooh, this is a good one. In Crash Bandicoot, there are 2 levels where the hero rides a special mount. What is it?
Oh, wait a minute. I was reading. Hey, I guess boobs is a. I'm gonna hit show, but I guess it. I had to moderate your comment. I guess you could have spelled it BEWB. Yes. Okay. Anyway, read the question again. I wasn't quite listening.
He says rocket. In Crash Bandicoot, there are 2 levels where the hero rides a special mount. What is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say rocket. Oh no, don't worry about it. It's YouTube, just being YouTube.
Yeah, it's like I don't really consider that.
I had to hit the moderate button and let it go through.
I don't consider that too bad of a word, but YouTube is
YouTube's being
too sensitive.
Yeah. Don't worry about this. Yeah, I'm gonna say rocket.
So nope, it's a hog.
Huh. Okay.
Is that right? Yeah.
Here.
Yep, it's a hog.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
I'm looking through at the glare. Gotta get it just right.
Oh yeah. Well, when we do this at night, there won't be the glare we have here. The way my setup is. So. Anyway.
Ooh, okay, another good one. In Donkey Kong Country for the NES, Super NES, a second player could join in the game as your sidekick named.
Yeah, I know this. I'll let the chat sort of catch up, but yeah, I know this one.
I loved that game.
Oh yeah,
I loved all
I mean, actually, I've gotten upset. Well, I like to watch speedruns and stuff, and that game is like ridiculous, like broken. They've broken the game, like to do tricks to, Anyway, okay, yeah, Donkey Kong. Anybody got?
John has Diddy Kong.
Anybody else? Yeah, because it's Diddy Kong. Oh. Yeah, Diddy Kong, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's got to be.
Yep.
Okay. Here, I'll play one more round of Space Invaders, and then we'll flip the script a little bit here.
Okay, what action RPG series from 2011 is famous for its 5 hard as nails boss fights, collecting and the souls of defeated enemies and respawning at bonfires after you die many times over?
I feel like I should know this.
This is one we did talk about earlier.
Shoot,
but to name it might be a little
yeah.
difficult. It is just one that we talked about earlier. Well, if you want to get up.
Yeah, Dark Souls. That's a good guess. But I don't think so. I'm going off of your clue. Diablo 3.
Oh, no, not that. That was too soon ago.
Yeah. Dang it. Yeah, okay. We got Dark Souls. I was saying Diablo. I'm wrong.
Okay, so the answer is Dark Souls.
Okay.
I was going to give you my phone number. The card.
Okay. Well, good job. Okay, we'll flip the script here. Let's see. We'll get it. Got that. Just go in there. Okay. All right. I'll flip this back here. Okay. I wouldn't know this one, but this goes back to our whole Dreamcast discussion that nobody seemed to know about. What was the name of the memory cards that the Sega Dreamcast used? I mean, that was one of the things, and that's what I was getting screwed up on, is when I played the demo, you know, that little square thing in the controller. That's where the memory card went, I think. And I thought that was weird, really weird. The controller was really weird at the time. But anyway,
Yeah,
and that's
that's
related to this question. But I wouldn't have known this answer. I'm going to be purely honest. But
if you think about it, though, like all of them at that time, they were all going to the remotes, other than PlayStation.
Yeah, but you remember that thing looked like a freaking Batwing kind of controller.
The N64.
No, the Dreamcast controller.
Oh no, like I said, I didn't really mess with the Dreamcast.
Well, again, I messed with a demo unit once, and it stuck in my brain for some reason. at service merchandise, and if anybody out there watching either now or later knows what service merchandise is, leave a comment. If you're chatting live and you know what that is or what service merchandise was and what made it unique, leave a comment below. I am anyway.
Is that a store here in Denver?
Well, there was ones here, but they were all over.
So maybe John might have.
But maybe they were all over. They were all over. It wasn't geographically unique.
John might have been to one then.
Okay, John said DV card. Okay, does Pete have a or anybody else? I see we got some new viewers popping in here, so let it catch up just a little bit. But again, I didn't know the name, but I kind of gave a hint because talking about the controller.
I'm gonna say something like a dream catcher.
Maybe they should have called. Maybe they should have called it that. Maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe the company and the console wouldn't have failed so hard. Going once, going twice. Visual memory unit. I mean, I wouldn't know that. But Dreamcatcher, the memory card for a Dreamcast. Oh my god. You know what? That's probably a meme that we could start on the internet, and you heard it here first on a live stream that nobody's going to watch. and yeah, we'll get back to keep thinking about service merchandise here while we're going here. I can't believe I'm dredging that memory up. Okay. Oh boy, this one. Yeah. I went to this. The JRPG / social sim series, Persona, that requires the player to juggle their daily life of going to school with fighting monsters in another world is a spin-off of which Atlas video game franchise? JRPG would be Japanese RPG. So yeah, this one's a little out there. Um, we might punt this one, but think of some Japanese thing. But I'm looking at the name. You're not going to even come up with anything remotely.
Well, I'm thinking. I guess what I'm kind of thinking is it's like Aliens and Prometheus. If you know the movie franchise,
Right,
like
a little bit.
where it's like the name of it is something different than what they're talking about.
Well, answer. I'm just gonna give it out there. Shin Megami Tensei, and I'm probably not even pronouncing it right. Wouldn't have got that. That's definitely uh, anime sounding. John says digital monsters, Digimon. I mean, no, that's a good guess. That could have been a reasonable guess. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now this is getting back more into our era. Okay. Dragon's Lair, released in arcades in the 80s, could be best described as, and it's multiple choice, A, an action adventure game, B, a hack and slash game, C, a fantasy game, D, an interactive movie.
I have a guess. I think I kind of know this game a little bit, but I don't think I ever played it. I think I only heard about it on.
It's pretty notorious, and going back to the era or time, I think I probably saw it once, and the reason why is because it was so weird. I never played it because it was like, this doesn't look like a game I would like. I was wanting to go to like stunt, play like Stunt Driver or Pole Position or those at this time.
I think I played that last night too.
Yeah, you were playing the sit down pole position they had. Actually, that's one they didn't have, is race driving and stunt driving, which was more like a simulation game rather than a game.
John, if you don't know what we're talking about, we went to a bar last night that had
we went to a barcade
with it had video games all over, and it was the classics, or a lot of them were classics. There's a few new.
And they had pinball, mostly in my world, what I consider modern pinball, because they were the more digital ones. But anyway, Pete says B, a hack and slash, and John says D, an interactive movie. What say you? There's action adventure, hack and slash, fantasy game, an interactive movie.
I was gonna say the first one,
an action adventure game.
Yeah,
that's not a bad choice. It is D, an interactive movie, because it was like you were watching a movie and you had to, at the right time, hit like left, right, or up, down. Like you just had to hit a button at the right time. And like I said, that's why I remembered it, because it was like, yeah, it was like you're watching a cartoon basically, but it's a video game. But you're not controlling the cartoon. Well, you're controlling the narrative of the cartoon, but like I watched people play and I was like, I don't understand. But yeah, okay. Back before we get to the next one. Yeah, back to we went to a barcade another night, which it's been around for a while. It's just I had don't have a lot of time to go to things like that, and with him out here, we decided, well, we'll go. I had a bag of quarters, and we're just, what did we do? We basically just fed we fed the Simpsons the Simpsons game, and just beat the game by feeding a quarter. I didn't keep track of how much we put into it, but I don't think it doesn't seem like we put more than $10 into it to beat the game.
Yeah, probably.
Amongst us, doing co-op mode. And I consider that, and to be honest, I don't think I'd always seen that game at the arcade, back in the day, like Big Apple and those places, and that kind of place, and Funplex when it was still here.
I don't never remember seeing it, or
but I never played
at least it never, because last night I was playing as Marge, and I definitely probably would have never played as her.
Yeah, see, I like never actually fed at quarters, but I watched it. I always said, "Oh, that's pretty cool concept for a game." I mean, basically, it really reminded me of TMNT, teenage, just with Simpsons characters.
It looks like a reskinned version of that.
And it played a lot like that. But yeah, I think because really, we only really had to feed it. It was a quarter a play, so
quarter for 3 lives.
Yeah, for 3 lives, and like it was only really into the boss fights that we really had to feed it a quarter. I remember each boss fight we had to feed a quarter apiece, okay, and maybe during a level, but
yeah, there was, especially as you got into it further, the characters, some of those characters, like the flying ones, were getting really hard to fight.
Yeah, that damn bowling ball.
Yeah, that was a boss character too. But I was like thinking of like the flying Simpsons, and there was something else that was flying too. Was it ghosts?
Those yeah, or those little Bart devil things were flying around. But really, that bowling, Mr. Burns, the end boss, was
pretty hard, he just took for
he felt like fighting. Is it Dr. Wily in Mega Man? Or who is it at the end of Sonic? Oh my God, drawing a blank. He keeps changing forms. Whatever. It's kind of like that.
John says it was awesome. It used to be on Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus back in the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 days.
Well, Arcade One.
Now it's released in a small arcade.
I was going to say the Arcade 1-up cabinets, like what I have with this Pac-Man. Yeah, they released it. And speaking of that, I told you a little quick story of why I even have those, because they were on clearance for they were half price. They were $150 a piece. So I'm like, okay, my two favorite arcade games, plus include other classics that I like to play. But my folks at the Kearney Walmart walked over there because I had these, and they were like, well, my dad was alone, and he doesn't text. He texted me a picture. He's like, "You want me to pick it up?" And I'm like, because it was like it was half price, or I think it was less than half price. I want to say it was like $130, and I thought hard, but I'm like, okay, where the hell am I going to put it? And I'm not super nostalgic for it, other than, like I said, I saw it in the arcade, but never played it until last night. And yeah, it's fun, but would I sit at home sitting there button mashing? Probably not. I'd rather have the TMNT little cabinet than that. But
now I have that game on my knockoff NES Classic.
John, you're right. Robotnik is Dr. Robotnik. That's who I was trying to think of. But the Mr. Burns boss fight was a lot like that. Only, God, he kept changing forms like 3 or 4 times.
He changed it like 3 times, but then on the 3rd time he just started losing parts, and he had to do another 3 of them.
Yeah, he's like in basically like a mech robot kind of thing. So anyway.
By that time we were already so far in. It's like we gotta finish it.
Well, I was thinking that was the thing. We were like, seemed like over halfway invested in this. It's like I was gonna be like, I was like, I just, I'd lose. I was thinking, no, I'd reach in my pocket, put 2 more quarters up there, so when we were ready.
Well, what kind of started it off though was like the first level went so easy that we kind of got through that. I think even through the boss fight, and then
and even some of the later levels kind of lightened up. When it was just the regular kind of baddies. It was just the ones that had those brooms that had long range weapons and stuff that got kind of hard.
Yeah, the guy with the log. That
God, yeah.
You couldn't even get close enough to hit him.
Yeah. and it was a character from the show, and I'm drawing a blank which character it was, but yeah. But anyway, okay. Back to the trivia here, I guess. But question. Okay, you better get this one. In the classic arcade game Pac-Man, if you wanted to eat a ghost for bonus points, what did you have to eat? Just say it because I mean, come on.
It's a pellet.
Yeah, power pellet. Yeah.
I guess technically maybe all of them are considered pellets, but
well, if we go back to the actual arcade game, I could go get the manual and read it verbatim, but that's what's so screwy about this game. Officially, by Midway, or Namco or whatever, licensed. Yeah, they're called power pellets, and I think just dots, or they don't even label them in the arcade. But they are power pellets. They call these power pills. Instead of a cherry in here, that's a vitamin. And then the dots are wafers. It's literally from the game manual.
Was that just because of
I
trying to convert the language?
Hold on.
I'm just thinking that's probably someone was converting the language, and that's kind of how the words translated.
Yeah, but the thing is Namco, was Japanese, but I mean they had an American counterpart. I mean, it's not like, okay, now we're digging in my archives here. Okay. Maybe we should save some material for later. We can talk about. We'll talk about
said the big pill.
The big pill.
The big pill.
Yeah, hang on.
It's Pac-Man. It's time for your big pill.
Well, he's definitely needs to go get it. He's definitely old enough. He should be getting his prostate checked probably now. Let me find it. Oh, yep. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. See, there's the actual game manual. Okay. Yeah, it's just, as a kid, didn't know any better. It's like, yay, Pac-Man at home. I was satisfied. But when I look at it, maybe the rose-colored glasses kind of come off a little bit. Because it's like, how is this? It's like, okay. Here's literally, okay. Where's my skull? We all know that millions of people... Okay, all right. Okay. We know that millions of people all over the world just love the Pac-Man arcade game. Pac-Man has won the hearts of men, women, and children everywhere. We also know that Pac-Man has traditionally been an arcade game. Well, we at Atari know all about arcade games. After all, we make some of the greatest arcade games in the world, and we know how to bring the same dynamite gameplay into your home. Our Pac-Man has all the excitement and challenge of the standard arcade game. You can play in the comfort and convenience of your own home. This is especially advantageous if you still make the occasional appearance at the arcade to show off your great playing skill. Little do they know, you've been practicing at home all the time. Yeah, hold on. How is practicing this going to help you in the arcade? Just in case you're new to Pac-Man, don't worry. It's easy to learn. You'll be a pro in no time. So just relax, get comfortable, and enjoy in the privacy of your own home. We suggest... Yeah, there you go. I could actually put it on an easier level with slower goes. Let me do that. Hang on. I'm gonna. I forget which one. It's like okay. It's like game, probably like 8. There. There's ones where they go a little slower. Okay. Anyway, all right. So relax, get comfortable, enjoy the privacy of your own home. We suggest that you read this instruction booklet thoroughly before beginning the play. We know you won't want to miss any important details about the gameplay. You might find it entertaining. Okay, it tells you the object. So the object is keep The object of the game is to keep Pac-Man happy and healthy in his home of Maze Land. Pac-Man starts the game with 4 lives, turns. He does 3 in the other game. The longer he survives, the more points you score. You score a point every video for every video wafer that Pac-Man eats. You also score points when Pac-Man eats power pills, vitamins, and ghosts. Now in the arcade, they call them monsters. Every time Pac-Man meets all the wafers on the maze, he earns an extra life, and a new maze is full of video wafers. Okay, the following information lists all of Pac-Man's nutritional needs, which also happen to be point scoring. Video wafers, and it shows little cartoon, squares. These are the dotted lines in the screen. You maneuver Pac-Man around the playfield over the video wafers. He automatically eats the video wafers, and then they disappear from the maze. You score 1 point for each video wafer he eats. To score a point, Pac-Man must pass directly over each video wafer. Power Pill. Power Pills are located in the 4 corners. They are worth 5 points. Pac-Man eats a Power Pill. The ghost becomes a transparent blue color. During this time, Pac-Man has super strength and can overcome the ghosts, and has a big chance to gobble down each ghost. Unfortunately, this great power only lasts a few seconds. When the ghosts turn pink, then back to yellow, the music note stops several seconds before the ghosts turn back. Vitamins, and then it's like has a picture of a pill, and it says multi. Vitamins are 2 intersecting rectangles in the center of the playfield. They only appear for a few moments and then disappear and reappear. The vitamins are worth 100 points each time Pac-Man eats them. Then it talks about the ghosts. They don't have names in this. It talks about the escape hatches. It's, and then the game select switch. Actually, I should look up the variations because there's one where it's ghost crawls. Okay, here we go. Let's make this really easy. Okay, this is the one. Yeah, there's a matrix in the back of the manual too. That I know you can't see it. Yes, it's Puck-Man. Yeah, Pucka. But I think most everybody knows this. The story is people figure Namco America figured the Americans would deface the cabinets for obvious reasons. But anyway, I remember reading this as a kid. Also, remember seeing the illustrations, and it's like of the gameplay field, which was not a screenshot. And it's like some of the ghosts were like tilted, and I'm like, why are they tilted? I am gonna hold this up to the screen so folks can, so you can kind of see it. It may be blurry, I don't know, but it's just kind of odd. The Ghost Quartet. I mean, it's just yeah. And Pac-Man looks really weird in the manual, I think, compared to how he's depicted on the arcade cabinets. Anyway, yeah. Pac-Man instruction manual. I mean, that's the original one I got with the game. Yeah, it's actually a lot easier there. He's Pac-Man's faster, but yeah, and honestly, the flicker is not quite as bad as you may see it on your stream, because the way the CRT kind of masks how it's working. But I had Ms. Pac-Man up there. Okay. Let's see. Well, keep going. Okay. John says, do you have Super Mario for the Atari? I don't have Super Mario, but I do have... And did I bring it over here? I can go find it. I do have the Mario Brothers, yes.
You did play that last night, though.
I did play... Well, they had the...
That was like the first thing you saw, and it's like, oh, I'm playing this.
Yeah. Yes, I did play the original Mario Brothers arcade. They did actually have the Super Mario Brothers arcade cabinet.
Yes, I saw that, but I'm like...
Which
I'm not gonna pay to play that.
well, I had to throw a quarter in. It was hard with the joystick.
Oh.
Like,
I don't. I guess I grew up playing with the joystick because I had like the super.
well, what are we doing right now? This is the way I play video games most.
Well,
That's
but
why when we got it. That's why when we got into Sim, I'm like, Farm Sim, and I have basically a knockoff Xbox controller or whatever. And I'm like, what are all these buttons?
Yeah, but you still have joysticks. In fact, you have two of them.
I think, John, what you're talking about is is a homebrew called Princess Rescue, which Atari, knocked.
Sorry, I wasn't watching.
Yeah, it's all right.
Died.
Knocked that, kind of told them the cease and desist. Let me grab. I didn't think we would get into this, but that's fine. Let's play some damn games. Let me play. Let me find it. I know I got it over here. I should have just brought the whole box. Okay, we got crossbow. We got midnight. Dig dug. We could do. I was always. Oh, we got pretty good at that. I like the arcade. And this is actually we can co-op in it. And
Oh, I just beat the map.
oh shoot! My mom used to play this all the time. Actually, she got pretty good at it. Yeah, it's hard to get down the.
Yeah, it always has been.
I mean, like I said, part of it. I mean, these joysticks I like. They're less stiff, but sometimes we'll pop in Mario Brothers, and we could try to do some co-op stuff with that. All right, and we'll save some trivia for later. Remember, folks, and everybody watching. Hey, Roleplay. You're over on Twitch. Thanks for watching. Yeah, it's going real good. We're taking a little break. We're doing some geeky gamer trivia. We've been doing reasonably well with that. Let's see this just because
actually the modern games are probably the ones that trip us up the most.
Well, yeah.
That I take that back. The modern games are maybe some of the.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to figure out which one is
the older ones.
Hold on, let me
But
see.
the '90s stuff were 90s and 2000s.
Wait a minute. Okay, that's got the fireball. I don't want that. I want 2-player, but no fireball. Okay. Nope, that's 1 player, no fireball. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll play a little because here's the secret. Okay, it doesn't work like you have to be moving the direction and holding the direction and press and hold the button while you're going up to get. We'll do a bunch of practice because the controls, once you get a hang of them. Whoops. Yeah. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. You kind of got to be moving the direction. Whoops. We'll do some practice of this because Chris hasn't played it. Probably ever.
No,
this version.
I have, but not this version.
So practice getting up and down. Just here, I'll kill that guy. Well, let's not kick him off. Let's just practice because there's no time limit here. So there you go. Again, once you figure out the hold on, don't fall down because I'm gonna let him go. But again, once you figure out the controls, it gets pretty easy. Me and a friend back in the day when you can go kick him off if you want to, because then it'll start the next level. But me and a friend back in the day, we played this for hours. We got like to level like 35 or something doing this, because it gets tough because there's the quote the slip ice, which makes the platform slippery. And I didn't hit it. There, you jump down. Here, you go and see if you can get up there. Or there you go. You can run into him, kick him off. There. Yeah, you can't jump on them. There you go. You got a coin. You got to hit them from underneath. Yeah,
you gotta hit him from underneath.
Yeah, yeah. Right. This is like Mario.
That's like completely opposite of what you do in the other games.
Well, in Super, yeah, right. But
Well, yeah.
But see, this is Mario Brothers. This is the. Yeah, you don't jump on them. You have to hit them up and then kick them off. So go over there and jump up there, and then go. He's gonna. There you go. And then you kick him. Yeah. And then. So you can go kick him off. So you get the. Okay, so this is the last one because he's. You can kick him off. Now this next one's going to be the side steppers. Oh no, that's right. This is the coin bonus. So just go touch him. There you go. It's just a bonus. We'll play a few rounds. Once you get the hang of it, it's really you just gotta get the hang of the okay, now watch. Now you gotta watch how these work. Okay, gotta hit them. Whoops, I didn't even do it right. You gotta hit them twice, and then it turns them upside down, and then kick them off. Okay. Now here's the thing with the arcade. The arcade, they bounce back, so you can kind of kick them. Here, I'll let you try doing one. Okay, now you're gonna have to. Yeah, but. Oops, he's gonna come and get you.
Yeah.
Keep moving. Or I can hit him like that. And now this guy's gonna go fast because he's the last one. But yeah, it's a trick. It gets. Now the next one is the fireflies, and you got to hit them when they're. Well, okay. Maybe it's turtles and side steppers. I can't remember now. Oh yeah, it is. Here, I'll let you try to hit. There you go. And then you see if you can get up there and get him. There we go. And you can hit the coin. Those are supposed to be coins. Yeah, well, welcome in Roleplay from Twitch. Glad you're here. There you go. Kick him off. Oh. Shoot. Okay. Now don't hit him again because you'll wake him up. Okay, now these, you can only, now watch this, you can only get them when they're landing. So, like that. If they're jumping up, it won't work. So, yeah, you kind of, I found what you do is you kind of, whoop, okay, that one's going to fall down. So you can go, you can kind of go through the platform. And see, there can only be, that's what's nice about this one is partly because of the hardware limitations. There can only be one enemy per line, so they'll turn around. So sometimes you can use that to your advantage. On the arcade game, you can have many, and when they hit each other, they turn around. So sometimes you can kind of get yourself in trouble.
Oh, that's right. You said I have to hit them twice.
Yeah, and that's the POW block, so you could technically use that to hit, you know. Sometimes you tap the button twice while you're right under it, you can get them like this. Watch. You know.
Oh.
you can do that. But sometimes you have to kind of move to the side because you got to be almost directly under them. There's a little bit of leeway. But, yeah, I mean, you know, again, this is all I knew. You know, I didn't have an NES because it did get, yeah. But then when they're fast, you can keep trying. There you go. Okay, now get up there and kick him off, and you'll be, there you go. Okay, now, okay, bonus. Here, I'll let you go get that guy. Yeah, you gotta kind of. There you go. Like I said, when you, yeah, you can't jump across it. You have to. And then the time ran out, which is fine. Okay, now we don't want these to get down to the bottom because then they'll melt and then they make it slippery. So here, I'll let that turtle go down and I can get it. I'll go get the. See how he turns around because there can only be one on a thing, but they'll melt on the next successive platform, and we definitely don't want that to happen because it gets hard. Because then when you try to turn around, you slip and slide. Oops. I'll get him here. And what's old role play say? Whoops. Looks like fun. Played one of those games. Haven't played one of those in a long time. Okay, I mean, how long is a long time? Because honestly, I played this quite a bit. Because this is my only game console, I guess. I don't count my NES Mini. Here, I'll let you get one of these guys.
Well, I just moved.
Oh, hit him from underneath because we don't want him to. Oh, shoot. See, these guys. Oh, yeah. Okay, now you can kick it off when they. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's going to turn him backwards. Okay, if I miss him, you get him. Oh, no. Okay. I got it. So. Okay. Used to play this game at a friend's house. Well, yeah,
I never saw this until Super Mario All-Stars.
Actually, I tell you what, you know where I got this exact copy? I bought this brand new in the clearance bin at Pomida in Holdridge. No joke. Actually, whoops. Oh. Okay. I'll let him come. Okay, here, you can go kick that guy off.
Yeah, but
okay, now it's gonna come.
Thing is gonna come.
Yep. Okay, here, you can go get him. See if you can get. There you go. Oop. Oh, you go hit him. Oop. I'll go get him here, and then you can go kick him off. No, you can only go kick him off, and that'll be the end. Okay. Or no, there's get him, then the fat. Oh no, I guess there's two more. Okay, I'll get him.
This might be a better strategy.
Actually, it is when they really start getting fast, because one person can't keep up with it. Because like when I play this as a single player, I can get to, I can get to like level like 19 or something without fireballs. But then it just gets so crazy. And with the fireball, it gets to a point. It gets to a point where it's like almost too. The fireball doesn't stop, and unlike the actual arcade where it moves around, you can't duck or you can't jump over it unless you're like in the middle. So you really have to plan your strategy. But actually, we're on level 12. We're not doing too bad considering you've never played this before. As Luigi, I mean. See now they're just all going to be fast, so yeah, we might want to employ this. Shoot. Okay, I'll have to get him over here. Okay. See. Okay, now hit him. There you go. Now we'll see if you can go. There you go. Good job. And go hit that guy. Just get him out of there. Uh-oh. Yep. Move out of the way. There you go.
I got this guy.
Oh shoot. And I'm gonna have to.
Still got me.
Oh yeah. You want to wait to jump off the platform when you die. Move over. Well. Well, if you work. Okay. You're out of lives. Well, let's see how far I can go now.
Yeah, and like I said, I never played this game so much.
Oh,
I've seen a version of it.
see if I can get a. Oop, oop. Shoot. See, this is where you get kind of screwed up because then they start falling down, and then they want to get. It's best to kind of manage it all from up top. So that's why it's kind of sometimes better to be. Shoot. Okay. Oh, I'd rather. Crap. Oh god. Ugh. It's better to manage them up here. At least that's always been my strategy. We'll see how far I can go. Okay. And I could really use an extra life now. So make sure I get all the... Shoot. Yay!
Alright, see you later, John.
Yeah, hey, thanks for stopping in and everybody who's watching. But I guess while I'm playing this, I'll try to concentrate.
We're definitely doing this.
Halloween night. Halloween night. Probably I don't know what time exactly, but it'll be late because we'll be. Let's just say we'll be doing some trick or treating a little bit before. But we'll probably try to do a couple hours. I don't know how long we've been going, but a while. We might call this a game when I get done with it and see how well I can do.
So it started 2 hours ago.
Okay. Alright, let's see how well I can do.
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Alright, well, that's pretty good. But yeah, Halloween night, don't forget to tune in. We're going to do some more trivia. We'll probably have some other things we'll do. Maybe surprise. I don't know. Make sure you tune in then. And Roleplay, appreciate you joining in over there on Twitch. Always appreciate that. I try to give you a view when I can. So it's always appreciated. Okay, I can let that dang fly go. No, you did really good considering you've never played this, and the controls are hard to get used to on this.
Yeah.
On this game. That's, you know, because they're not like you think Super Mario, you know, they don't control like you think Super Mario controllers, I guess. Okay. Oh, well, I got 3 lives. Oh, so I did get an extra life. See, that's the thing. You keep them managed. They kind of get away with it. Get away from you. Nice thing is they gave you a little bit of leeway with the flies on where you have to hit them. Oh, they're... See, it's shell creepers, sidesteppers, fireflies, and slip ice. That's the name. That's the actual names of the... Oop. Dang it. That's the actual names of the enemies. Everybody just calls them the turtles, the crabs, flies, and I think before I actually like read the manual, I think I called those other things like ghosts because that's what I thought they looked like. Yeah, I was like that. You can get it right on the edge. God. Yeah. Here's where you can kind of rack up the points by doing this. And he'll come. That's the thing. They just get it. They get it. It gets so. They honestly get so fast that you can't like outrun it. So like here, I can't even get to the second level without. Ah. Let's see, 20. Actually, I have it written down in a book. I might have to look it up. I might be getting a personal best as far as level, and shoot. See that? See those dang flies take so long and to get off the level, and then screwed me up. Let's see if we can at least get to level 21. I'm out of lives, or I can get. Shoot. I want to say like level 20. I think this is almost a personal best for levels. I don't know about points though. I feel like I've gotten more points because I really wasn't going for points at the beginning and trying to get every single point, like the coins and all that. You gotta. Oh, look in my record book. It's like somewhere. Okay. Well, I think. Well, no, we were doing co-op though, so that really doesn't count. Because I know co-op mode, I've gotten into the 30s with someone who really knows how to play. I think I heard the tone for getting an extra life. Well, we'll find out in a minute here. Yep. Let's see here. Yep. I got 2 lives back. Okay. So at least I can still do that. I thought I was about done. I'm getting kind of a hand cramp too, so I might have to just call it quits. But let's see here.
Need to get back into gaming shape.
Yes. I gotta learn how to use that GPS more on Farm Sim because holding the button down.
If we have time, I should show you. I should try and teach
Well, I mean, I understand it. It's just, I don't know. Again, there's more than one button on the controller, so I have troubles.
We should do a tutorial with roleplay involved.
Maybe
because I think he said he needed to learn it too.
Yeah. Oh, dang nabbit.
Like I said, I had to YouTube it to get it figured out, and then it took me another 20 minutes of just sitting there and going back and forth. And
how about it, role play? If you're still in there over on Twitch, that sound like something you need? I know I do. Whoop. That was stupid on my part. That's the thing. Sometimes the fireflies can be the hardest, but really, the sidesteppers, the crabs, are hardest. I think. Come on. Gotta get that last one. Okay. There. How many points do I have? 200,000? Or, yeah, over 200,000.
13.
Yeah, that might be getting close to a record. I mean, actually, you did really good considering the controls. If we played this a couple more rounds, you'd get it, because once you figure out how far you got to go and when to hit the button to get the right angle to get up there, it's not it.
Yeah.
It's see, like, oh, I hit it too soon, Oop. Oh, I didn't look at my score. I accidentally hit the button. Oh, well. Okay. Well, I think maybe we're about done with this stream. I think that was pretty good. We'll save we went through, well, not really half the deck, so we got plenty to go. Oh, these away. But anyway, yeah, we'll be doing another live stream. Yeah, it's tomorrow night, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking somewhere around, let's see, it'll probably be about 8, so about 8:30 this time, 9:30 Central, maybe closer to like 10 Central, my guess. But just make sure you're subscribed, got the notification bell on, and you'll let's see, I'll put them in the top of the box. Remember that top of the box is one we've been through. I think we'll recognize some of the questions, but
oh yeah.
all right, and we may have some other games we might mess with. Well, John's gone, but whoever's my cat's name, I said I'd say it at the end of the stream, so anybody that's watching archived or less, Snowball, and it's in reference to The Simpsons. So, I mean, technically her name should be Snowball 2, because Snowball number 1 was a white cat. Yeah, white cat. But Snowball 2 died. Forget exactly now. I should know that. I want to say got ran over. But anyway, Snowball is the cat's name, and well, I think we'll call it a stream, so let me go over here and shut her down. I appreciate you guys watching.